Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now today, the Deputy President William Ruto gave out his speech after he was endorsed or crowned as the UDA presidential candidate. And if you listen to the speech, you can easily tell when the Deputy President is lying straight in your eyes and when he's speaking the truth. I'm saying this because if you try and compare to the promises that the Deputy President gave in 2017 versus the delivery, it tells you that even what he's promising today is going to be very hard to deliver what he's saying. But one thing that captured the attention of Kenyans is what the Deputy President is claiming on judiciary in his speech. He is very clear that the Azimio la Umoja is planning to capture the judiciary. But again, he goes further to promise that in case he gets elected, he's going to allow the independence of the judiciary, and again, he's going to give them the resources that they need to do their work without intimidation. And this is where I believe that William Ruto's speech is going to backfire, is when you go further to compare what Ruto is saying today and what he said in 2017 after CJ Maraga nullified the election. First of all, I want to listen to what Ruto is saying now. Is about 2 minutes. Just listen up to the end. Then after that, you listen to what he said immediately the election was nullified. Then we are going to elaborate something from there.
Proposed that they want to change the constitution so that they can make the judiciary to be subservient and to be accountable and to be answerable to the executive. We want to tell our competitors we will do the complete opposite. On our first day, we will operationalize the judiciary fund so that we can free the judiciary, give them financial independence so that they can discharge their responsibility of sorting out disputes, making sure that criminals are put behind bars, and making sure the corrupt find their place in jail, by making sure that they have the independence to discharge their responsibility without the current encumbrances imposed on them by resources that are not being released because there is a deliberate move to ensure that the judiciary fund has not been operationalized, yet it has been in our laws for the last 10 years. We believe in an independent judiciary. We want the judiciary to discharge their mandate, independent of the executive. We want the judiciary to provide its oversight role over the other arms of government. We want the judiciary that will stand tall and make sure that they discharge their responsibility without encumbrances of matters to do with financial dependence on other arms of government. We want a judiciary that will be truly independent, that does not receive telephone calls from the executive for them to write judgments. We want a judiciary that is truly independent. Good people, agriculture will be on the ballot.
We may not be learned, but we are not stupid. Na tunataka Maraga atusikie vizuri, kwa sababu he has had his day. Ours is coming. And by the way, that is not a threat. He has had his day. He has done his game. Our day is coming. Si ni kweli jameni? Wazi watu wasituone ati wataenda kusema mambo Kiingereza mingi hapo. Hapana. Hiyo no. Hiyo hapana, hiyo hapana. Wacha tuseme, kwa sababu lazima tuambiane ukweli ya kwamba yale yaliendelea kotini pale, what went on, that a decision was made that overturned the will of 15 million Kenyans by some 3-4 people, and overturned the will of the people, so that the will of a few people in court can prevail. We want to tell them, it is not the Supreme Court that is supreme. It is the Kenyan people that are supreme. And we will prove this shortly. We will prove to them shortly. Wasilewe ya kwamba kwa sababu wanaitwa Supreme Court, wafikiri ya kwamba they are more supreme than the supreme will of the Kenyan people.
Now we are continuing with our Punchline discussion, but I have a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who dropped comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our video to more viewers or a larger audience. Back to our discussion. Now, having compared the two statements from the same individual, our Deputy President William Samoei Ruto, then you don't need a rocket science to know that William Ruto is lying straight in Kenyans' eyes. That is the truth. Because in one hand, today you are saying something different because you have been cornered. But at the other time, when you had power, what you were saying was totally different. That tells you that, and it brings out the character of William Samoei Ruto in case he gets to power and when he don't have power. And again, I had told you in the beginning that most of the promises that came out in Jubilee government, especially from 2017, it was William Ruto who was giving out these promises. But they ended up not being implemented. And remember, in every promise he was giving a time frame of 6 months. Nothing was delivered. So again, Ruto is coming out here to promise the judiciary that he's going to give them the independence that they need. One thing that Ruto understands is that in this election, he might not win, and therefore he needs to be friendly with the judiciary so that they can at least help him in case he can have those cases in the court. That is the truth. Now again, one thing that came out clear in William Ruto's speech, which seemingly is just backfiring, is how Ruto was delivering his speech. If you look at his body language, his face, William Ruto was a very angry man throughout from the beginning up to the end of his speech. And again, in every word, in every sentence that Ruto was giving out, he never forgot to mention the issue of his competitors. So meaning, in Ruto's speech, he was targeting his competitors and not explaining to Kenyans what he can do just in case he gets elected in this 2022 general election. He focused on attacking his competitors because he has mentioned more about Azimio, he has mentioned more about Raila Odinga, he has mentioned more about President Uhuru Kenyatta, whether directly or indirectly. So it simply means that he was focusing on these two individuals rather than focusing on his manifesto to the Kenyan people that he intend to vote for him. So this tells you largely in William Samoei Ruto's campaign from now, because soon they are going to unveil the sorry, they are going to unveil the coalition flag bearer and the running mate. What you should anticipate from William Samoei Ruto's campaign is attacks and counter-attacks towards Raila Odinga, President Uhuru Kenyatta, and Azimio la Umoja at large. Because this is what has come out clear in William Samoei Ruto's speech today. So don't expect something different from what you have seen today. So two things. If there is someone who would want to capture the judiciary in Kenya, then that individual could be William Samoei Ruto, because he is on ballot as a presidential candidate. And we saw what he did. It is only William Ruto and President Uhuru Kenyatta who attacked Maraga and his team. But generally, even when Raila Odinga lost the case in 2013, he never sent attacks towards the judiciary. So what Ruto is saying today is just a PR, but his real character will come out, and it can be pinpointed out when he reacted to the nullification of the election. And secondly, the anger you see in William Ruto is a clear indication to tell you that Ruto knows that he's going into this election not to win but to lose. Because if he was going to lose, then Ruto will be happily delivering his message to Kenyans so that it can sink better in their mind to understand what Ruto can do when he becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you. See you in our next video, but let us meet in the comment section to have a continuation of this conversation.